We're in Jordan. Couldn't tell you exact. I think we're in the north of Jordan. The Syrian border is a little bit that way, and the Israeli border is a little bit that way.
We are in Qais in Jordan at the start of the Jordan Trail, and myself and Mr. Daniel Allen Lawson, we're going to run the length of it.
I don't know that much about the Jordan Trail. I know it runs from the north of Jordan to the south of Jordan.
The Jordan Trail is 650k long, which is 400 miles-ish. I don't know much more about it, which is the funny thing.
In a way, I prefer not to know. I really like the idea of waking up each day and not really knowing what's coming. So everything's going to be a surprise sort of thing. So.
You got any nuts? We've been out for an almighty pile of kebab, which is the ideal start to any long distance running adventure.
There will be times when it goes a little bit wrong, but I think that's part of the fun of it. It's part of the journey.
The fact that we don't know much about the trail, it's only been going a couple of years, they only set it up, and we know that large sections are unmarked, there's risks along the route. Just for me, an adventure without that risk is no adventure at all. You want to have those unknowns, that chance that it can all go tits up. Without that, you're just jogging down the shops. Dan, just a note, we're not to use the word tits.
Yeah, you can see the sign, can't you, on the lamppost. Ready?
Between two trail markers. Dan's found another one. It's definitely a Middle Eastern version of a trail.
Just down here, we lost the trail again, and we were in like. We were on it, Dan. Well, we were on the trail, yeah, and the grass was up to our heads. Yeah, it was like jungle. We started in Um Qais, and probably my most.
Thank you very much. Cold as well.
The thing that stuck out for me in Um Qais was within 5 minutes we'd lost the trail, yeah, from starting. And the first day it was almost about getting to know the Jordan Trail, getting to understand what we had in front of us. So yesterday, our first. Naturally, we're usually running at, I don't know, easily at 12 kilometres an hour. And yesterday it took us maybe 2.5 hours to do our first 12 kilometres, and that's a bit of a, it's not a shock, but
My legs feel good.
%90 of the time you can't trust a fart when you're ultra running. Yeah. The worst bit is the chafing in between your arse cheeks, isn't it? Because of the dribble that comes out.
One of the best things about the Jordan Trail was the variety of terrain. You went from Um Qais in the north, which was it was wet, it was green.
It was like lush fields and poppies and wildflowers.
It was a very different type of people up there as well. Very little tourism.
Yeah, and now here.
It's all plastic there, you can see. Just floating and collecting. It's disgusting. He's not going to be happy.
I've never seen anything like that.
Lots and lots of flip-flops. What's that about?
Right, Robs.
Just talking about how well the day was going.
Maybe it was that little rock there, possibly.
Oh, fuck knows will come over.
But he's down. Whatever happens, he's down. It's Rob's second fall of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Got tripped by some barbed wire.
Hey, what's that rock? Look, it's come out of that bloody hole.
It was that rock. Confirmation. He's up. He's up. people are not speaking much English there, but as I ran past one group, about the only bit of English you had all day was, are you wearing underwear?
That's it, there's nothing in each other. Are you wearing underwear?
A little bit underdressed in the city, a little bit too much on show, huh?
I'm a mate of Robbie and Dan, but I'm also I'm Um Qais. I'm the GB team manager for the 24-hour team and chair of selectors. So Rob is one of my fellow managers, and Dan is one of my
John
star athletes.
John is the reigning Commonwealth champion. We told you that.
the
reigning 24-hour.
And I just happened to be
champion.
on holiday in Jordan, so I thought I'd join the guys for a quick jog.
That's what he's telling us. He came over especially for flying.
We are in Amman and we're trying to find gas. We're wild camping tonight in the desert and we've come with stoves, and obviously on the airplane you can't take gas canisters, so we've come to Amman. It's quite a bit off route and the guys are still running, so there's a bit of a time constraint. The guys have got an 85 kilometre day going on, so just trying to get some cooking facilities so we can sort them out later. Thanks to Yusuf. Yusuf was very, very helpful, so we can get back now to the guys and help support them.
5-minute K down, isn't it? Just the mud at the bottom is going to be. That's not too bad, not too soft. We're not lost, we just don't know where we are. Does that make sense? We have the background of Alfie Pearce Higgins and Mohammed El Swaiti finishing the trail. They took, well, depends who you ask. They took, I believe, on Alfie's own Strava, it says 12 days plus 2 rest days. I didn't do great at maths at school, but I believe that's 14 days, not 12 days or 86 hours, 14 days. When you start a record attempt on a trail like this, your watch starts at the start and it finishes when you get to the other end. There's no adjusting for sleep, adjusting for time lost or stopping overnights. If you want to sleep more, great, your time's longer. That's how it works for me.
When you look back, it's just, man, this is just amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. You can stay here if you want. It's not a problem. This is the next wild camp I think you were meaning.
Yeah.
That's possible because the road here that we're on comes round and back in again.
Just fucking jog across the road. It's nuts, isn't it?
Yeah.
The road is so long, but it just right now would be such a nice option.
You wanted us to meet you here as well. I mean, that's still obviously an option. This is a finish that you wanted to do.
So it's 10k.
So
if we do 10k less today,
it's 13k.
No, that's 16 points. No. So 10k from there.
Oh, from there, yeah. So I mean, the choice is yours, boys. I mean, obviously we're in head torch territory.
What does it do to our remaining days? That's what I want to know. Then tomorrow.
What's your day tomorrow like?
It's on there.
75.
75. No, it's 80 because that's from Zadiwa. And it's 3 wadis, so it's a big old day. Right, and then the next day, I'm just looking at the knock-on effect.
Yeah.
Karak to Matan. Matan we don't have anywhere booked. That's a 69k day. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Sleep is important. You go without it and it makes running quickly a lot harder. Tired because of the lack of sleep. Tired because of the lack of a normal diet. And tired because, a little bit because of the running. But yeah, the main part is that sleep. You can do a lot if you're getting a good night's sleep, in a good bed, with a good meal.
It's easy to focus as well on like how tough the trail was and how, but the environment, the views we were having were just mind blowing. Yeah, really were. Yeah.
Part of it with an adventure as well, of our challenge was pushing the limits. So we fought under 10 days. I thought under 9 was the initial goal, was what I planned for. The Trail Association said that we couldn't do it under 10, which made me more excited to try. And that itself brings in challenges. Following a GPX whilst you're hiking, looking around, taking your time, doing it whilst you're running is a different challenge. Mine wants us right a bit.
Yeah, so we follow this road here.
Chaps, we're just at the bottom of the wadi. That was extremely difficult navigation. Hardest nav I've ever done. Bloody hell. It's been tough. I don't know if we're going to get out of this before dark. If you can get a bit closer to us, we've only got one head torch for us. I got mine, Dan hasn't got one, and the phones are a bit low. So we've got 13k to get to you, 13k uphill. Hopefully not too difficult to navigate. If you can get any closer with a head torch, that'd be good. Just going to get our feet wet and get across the wadi. Oh, and the time I recorded that is 16:55.
Stupidly thought it was all on vogue. So lucky to have this head torch and Robbie's GPS. Still this big light up there.
Oh, I actually saw him. Fuck me.
Looks like we made it.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
It's not a sighting, but confirmed that it is Dave and James up there. Robbie has been amazing. We're happy.
Happy to hear your voices. That was a little bit sketchy.
Oh, fuck me.
Feel like I can probably let out a bit of my panic now, seeing you. I've been keeping it nice and calm.
We have
An extra head torch. There we go. Oh. Yeah, we definitely underestimate that a bit.
that was a big stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
was
last
so hectic,
section.
man. There was like literally in my mind I was going through like it was like what happens? What do we do? You know, we're gonna stay out all night and it was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were lucky. Thank you, Robs. Amazing. They were amazing.
You done well, you done well.
Robbie bossed it.
Yeah, basically your roadhead is there.
Okay.
So we came in on this dirt
where's-
track. We're here.
Yeah.
But your roadhead, like I say, it's not far, man. I mean, this pointer measures distance, 1.47k,
1.47.
1.4 in a straight line. So you've got a little bit, 1.5k.
Okay.
Yeah.
Call it here? Yeah. This lamppost. See you in the morning. Cheers, guys.
Dan, just give us a quick lowdown, bud. What's going on? Where are we now?
No idea. Where we stopped last night.
The puppies.
With the puppies, yeah. And we're ready to get going, but hopefully with a little bit of road. You had a good t-shirt. Keep calm and never give up. Good advice. Yeah, like marathon done. Possibly only another 20k to go. It's a half marathon. It's nothing, man. It's only
A
like
lot of it's downhill and all.
1 o'clock.
I feel better there when we get there.
Yeah.
Palm of sweets. Not
Okay.
world sweets.
Opal fruity type things or not? Is that too much chewing?
Nah. They're too soft.
Okay,
Skittle kind of hard.
we'll keep an eye.
You can chew, not boiled.
Get a little tweezer. Oh yeah.
stop, slow down, bit of respect to the dogs. Don't just don't like that. One thing I love about ultra running is it really mirrors life. Yesterday we had the biggest, like steepest Wadi cliff I've ever seen. And when we got to the top, it was just almost like it's impossible how we're getting down there. And we took one step at a time, and it took a few hours, but we got down the bottom. It's just brilliant because it's a lesson in life, man. Like, things seem difficult and hard at the start when you look at the big picture, but you just take it one step at a time, slowly, be in the present moment, then you reach your goals. That's why I love ultra running, because it teaches me that stuff all the time. This is the trail we should have gone down.
Okay.
We came down that trail and then went up
Yeah, well, that's where I was going just then to meet you up there.
Yeah.
But like we snaked down the mountain here, and we're snaking all the way, and then we got to a bit where we thought we were going to drop down, and we had to go back up again, and around by some Bedouin tents, and then all the way back down, and it's just taken forever.
So we were, and
Yeah,
then we
that's
started
what
worrying
our
because we weren't
main
getting
worry,
any
yeah,
messages,
was
something
that.
happened to you.
Right.
We'd
No,
set up
there's
a
just no
golden
signal
hour.
on that side of the valley at all.
Well, everyone's all right.
Yeah, we're all good, and you guys are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry
make
it's
the
taken so
record
long. But yeah, if I'd known it was that bad, I wouldn't have gone down it.
Running with a GPS unit in your hand the whole way kept us going. I had to go slow down a little bit, but we could do it. But what I struggled with was navigating and then eating and drinking. And managing myself. And one of the reasons I think I'm all right at ultra running is because I'm good at that personal admin side of things. I make sure I eat, I make sure I drink the right amount, so I get the right balance of stuff into me. But when it was actually difficult to navigate, I had it in my hand the whole time, and I was bonking, so I fell over a few times as well. Dan had a lot of energy, and he was ready to go, and I was like, okay, is it left or right? Dan's going left. Okay, which one is it? It's right. Dan, come back. Okay, we're going. Okay, we're gone. And I haven't eaten. I haven't drunk. On the rocky stuff, I could catch him up. Again, I could catch up and navigate. I couldn't catch up, navigate, eat and drink. I could probably do 3 of the 4 things, but I was always missing out on one of them. The view, I don't think there's a better view at a hotel.
This is blowing my mind.
I'm excited about the route, but I'm also very excited that it's a trail.
Yeah, so we'll be running through the Dana biosphere today, and I think that's why it makes it quite hard to get into, because it's like an eco park, it's remote. Yeah, the plans that me and Rob are on our own for a little bit longer today, but I think that's going to help us. I really do. I think we can click off, I think it's 40k, so I think we can, well, I'm hoping we can click off 40k, you know, and not have it's easy to stop and wait and sit when the van's there, so I think it will just be 40k of pretty much relentless forward motion. I'm hoping anyway. We might run out of water, we might, you know, we might not have packed that well, but it just looks amazing down there.
Robbie and Dan set off from Dana first thing this morning, and they've done 35 to 40k unsupported now. They refueled with water at Finan Eco Lodge, and this is pretty much the nearest point that we could get to them in the pickup. Dave and I have now got to hike up this wadi for a bit and try and meet them somewhere on the ridge. We've got some fresh water, some skittles, some nuts, Basically, they've given us a shopping list, and yeah, we're now going to go deliver their shopping to them.
Oh, we're glad to see you guys. A little bit, I think the term is spitting feathers.
Yeah, so it's been quite, I don't even know if tough's the word, it's just it's just lethargic.
Oh, some chocolate. You want to see me inhale and bounce down. We had a 39-minute mile at one point. It was slower than the backwards 10k world record. You got chaps running 6 miles, over 6 miles, quicker than we could do 1 in the right direction.
Hey! Right.
Ciao, ciao.
How you doing? I'll let you, and I'll come and see you.
Ciao.
Put you in front of the camera, innit? Oh, lovely to see you.
Nice to see you.
Just hold me up for a minute, I need to get a drink.
No.
Come on, we've been looking
I'm
forward
this
to it all
evening,
day.
we're looking forward to this for ages.
Go back and
6k
with
rivers.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Oh,
do both.
No, I can remember you tomorrow. I've got to get changed and stuff.
it's gone, we'll be 5 minutes. Come on.
Come on.
It's that for me, that stage.
Yeah.
It means like I'm on a knife edge emotionally. Yeah? Like we go off the trail and I slip down into some dark area and then we suddenly see this amazing view and I tip back that way. It's just,
Trying to keep it balanced.
it's all, yeah, you become a bit, we're tired. Yeah, you just get a bit more emotional, don't you? Little things make big differences. But there was one bit of trail that it was, the only way to describe it was delicious. The first time I started to run and kind of travel at the same time, it's just like such totally different experience. You really are you're like in contact with I mean you are, your feet are treading on the earth, and the whole journey is just so much more, it's so much more real, you know, and you can interact with the people along the way, you can interact with the environment, the wildlife. It's like a proper journey for me, like an old school. That's how we used to get about, isn't it? You know, like on our feet, yeah. And it's just, it's the best way to travel, yeah. One dog followed us from like halfway
From the monastery
from,
to
yeah,
the
the monastery
to the treasury.
when we were inside Petra. Then this dog came and started playing with the dog that followed us, and then she's run 50k with us today. We thought about leaving her, and then she was just gonna.
It was too remote.
She was
so it
gonna
would have been
die
bad.
in the
We'd have to
desert,
do
basically.
something.
So we went back and found a route for her to come down, and fair play to her. Yeah, 50k. She's done all right. Every time we stopped, or Rob stopped to look at the GPS, she got down and.
Lay down.
So we wild camped in the desert last night. Robbie and Dan set off at 5:30 this morning, I think, so they've been running for about 3 hours. Mohammed, our driver, didn't fancy staying in the desert. He's apparently not up for adventure. So he left last night and just kind of drove off with a car, and we're just waiting for him to come back. He's currently 35 minutes late. Hopefully he comes to pick us up, but it's probably, I think we're about 3 kilometres from the nearest road. Hey! The man's here.
She likes this.
It was tough. I got a bit carried away. Just took on a lot of, took on a juice, Coke, swigging water, the last one, and just put myself in such a fine balance. My stomach just filled up with fluid again, and
I was nearly sick a few times. I just bonked in the heat again. I'm not very good in the heat. And Dan was really good in this leg. He did on the nav and waited up for us. It has been a long week and a bit. But then again, we're not feeling that concerned about tomorrow now because it's getting up early, make the most before the sun gets hot, and we'll nearly be in Aqaba, the Red Sea. Oh, getting emotional. Oh, my melon was twisted the first time I ran in a desert, but I think I've got experience that nothing comes fast in a desert. Yeah. Yeah, we worked out the maths. We can walk. If we walked it in, it would take 14 hours. Huh?
So we're going to break 10 days.
There was bits in Wadi Rum where it was really tough to run on. The thing that kept me going was every now and again we'd see these camels. I've never really watched them move before, but they were so. Their four legs were so efficient. They were kind of just gliding over the sand. So I tried to be more camel in the desert. Whoop! Have you got any Coca-Cola or are you all right?
Give them a bit of moral support. Tell a few nuts, jokes and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
We put a lot of importance on the end of the journey when really the emotion should be in the journey, and it was in the journey itself. The end's not so important. The end's just the finish. The big chunk in the middle is the bit that's important.
Yeah, about 24. It's all relative, isn't it? If I was going out for a 10-mile run, I'd love it, or a half marathon run, no problem at all. Doing it at the end of 630k. Good time. Come on! Nearly there! What do we go alongside the left of it, do you think? And there's road in there. We just want to get there now. There's the sea. I want to put my toes in it.
Thank you, James. We got to Aqaba. We weren't sure what to do, but we had discussed it quite a lot, and we were going to take her back to Petra, where we thought she was safest. Then we found a family on the beach who lived in a tent on the beach, and the child, he took a liking to Petra, and they asked if they could keep her, and that was emotional. We popped in their tent for tea, and they said, yeah, if you could, the tea was a gift from them, and the dog was a gift from us, I think that's how it went down. But yeah, I think there were refugees there. They didn't have much, but what they did have was a giving nature. Got a real affinity with beach dogs. I think she's going to have a nice life there.